Welcome, everyone. We'll get started in just a moment if you want to find your seat. Distinguished award honorees, alumni, and friends of the Belk College of Business, welcome to the Belk College 2022 Alumni Award Celebration. I'm Sean Newton, chair of the Belk College Alumni Council and 2011 graduate. It is an honor to participate in today's events as we recognize individuals for their outstanding contributions they have made to the profession, community, and to the Belk College of Business and UNC Charlotte. In a few minutes, we'll recognize our 2022 honorees, but first, please enjoy your salad and entree. Our program will begin shortly. Thank you. All right, everyone. Please continue to enjoy your lunch and dessert as we begin today's awards celebration. Before we move to the awards, first, it's my pleasure to introduce Dean Jennifer Troyer. Dr. Troyer is the Dean and Professor of the Economics of the Belk College of Business. Since joining the college over 20 years ago, she has served as Chair of the Department of Economics, Associate Dean for Research and Graduate Programs, and the Interim Dean for the College of Health and Human Services. She has taught numerous courses on health economics and econometrics, and her research has garnered several awards and has been funded by the National Institute of Health. At this time, I would like to welcome Dean Jennifer Troyer.
Thank you, Sean. And good afternoon to all of you. I did want to say that Chancellor Gaber regrets that she could not be here. She is in Raleigh for the Board of Governors meeting, so I think we're having more fun probably than she is. But she sends her congratulations to all of our award winners today. So it is so wonderful to see you here today. So this is our 8th annual Alumni Award celebration for the Belk College of Business. It feels really good to be able to host in person again after 2 years of virtual award celebrations. So first, I would like to recognize a few special guests who are with us today. Brett Keeter, Jean Johnson, Fred Klein, and Joe Price, who we will be recognizing today, and Senator Dave Craven, who will also be recognizing today, Representative Jason Sane, as well as Belk College Board of Advisors past Chair Joe Paradise. So our alumni are really shining examples of what we are about as a university and are among some of our strongest champions. Our Belk College Alumni Network is comprised of more than 36,000 graduates who remain connected with the college through networking and service and fellowship and loyalty. We have with us today some of our former award winners, whom I would like to ask to stand and be recognized at this time. So we have Kirk Beatty, the 2015 Outstanding Alumni Advocate Award recipient. Okay. We have Shabari Basu, the 2017 Outstanding Young Alumni Award recipient. We have Christopher Moxley, 2018 Outstanding Young Alumni Award recipient. And Chris is not here. I will say, I think Chris has been into a lot of Niner Nation events this week, so maybe he's saving his energy for another one this evening. And then we have Ross Fowler. So Ross is the 2021 Honorary Alumnus Award winner. So all of our honorees have achieved so much, both personally and professionally in their lives, and we are proud to call them part of our Belk College family. The nominee pool for this year's awards was really outstanding. Choosing the honorees for each category was not an easy task for our Alumni Awards Committee. Nominations for Alumni Awards are really solicited throughout the year, and the Awards Committee begins their nomination process in the fall of each academic year, with selections taking place in the spring. So I would like to recognize the 2022 Alumni Awards Committee for their work to select such an outstanding group of awardees. And there are the names. I will not read them all. Okay. All right, so today we are proud to honor 4 distinguished honorees, all of whom support our college as volunteers, advocates, donors, and who represent the college in the business community. They are the embodiment of leadership and inspiration not only for the Belk College, but for the university, the Charlotte region, and beyond.
At this time, I would like to begin the awards presentation by calling up a current Belk College of Business student to introduce each of our award recipients. Each of our student presenters is a campus and college leader who has excelled both inside and outside the classroom and in internships throughout the Charlotte and North Carolina region. First up, Nicole Aniello is a senior in the Belk College, majoring in finance and accounting, and plans to graduate in May. She is from Huntersville, North Carolina. Nicole is a student leader and an active member of Beta Alpha Psi, a National Honor Society for financial information students. She serves as the Director of Social Media and Special Events for the UNC Charlotte chapter. Nicole also enjoys working as a peer-assisted learning leader for the University Center for Academic Excellence, where she facilitates group study sessions for macroeconomics. And upon graduation this spring, Nicole will join Grant Thornton as an associate in risk advisory. Please welcome Nicole Aniello.
Thank you, Sean, and welcome again, everyone. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our first award recipient today. The Distinguished Alumni Award is presented to alumni for extraordinary leadership and accomplishments. This award recognizes alumni who have demonstrated exceptional commitment to the university and the business community by giving generously of their time, energy, and leadership. This award celebrates alumni who have had a transforming influence for the college or the community over a lifetime. It is the highest alumni honor the Belk College bestows. I'm delighted to announce this year's recipient of this prestigious award is Yvonne Hinson. Go ahead. I know she appreciates the congratulations. Dr. Hinson has served as the Chief Financial Officer for the American Accounting Association since 2020. Dr. Hinson's bachelor's degree in accounting, as well as MBA from the Belk College of Business, paved the way for her successful career in both public accounting and academia. Prior to beginning her role as CEO, she served as the academic in residence and vice president of the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants. Dr. Hinson's background also includes an 18-year tenure with Wake Forest University, as well as Director of Accountancy, Director of Graduate Studies, and Dean of Charlotte Programs. Dr. Hinson's late father, Dolan Hinson, taught accounting and finance courses in the Belk College for more than 30 years. Excuse me. In one of her letters of support, her nominator wrote, "Dr. Hinson lives an incredible life of service and is generous to her alma mater and a champion for the Turner School of Accountancy. She is an inspiration to Belk College alumni. And while Dr. Hinson cannot be with us in person, she will visit campus tomorrow to accept her award from Dean Troyer and has a special video message for us today. Please join me in congratulating again Dr. Yvonne Hinson, the recipient of the 2022 Belk College Distinguished Alumni Award. Thank you."
I could not imagine my life going any differently. I actually would not go back and change anything. I mean, I was probably 5 or 6 years old when I first stepped foot on UNC Charlotte campus, getting to go sit in classes while your father teaches, and then ending up following in that path eventually, working in public accounting, but also following the path and becoming a professor, and then moving on to the position that I'm in now. It does feel like my life has come full circle. My father was an accounting professor, and so of course, like every child, you want to make your own way, you want to do your own thing. However, as I really grew into adulthood, I realized that my dad actually had a fabulous job. UNC Charlotte was so special for me for my undergrad that I did want to come back. I felt comfortable there. I knew that the faculty there really, really care about the students. And so I felt like I had such a strong accounting and undergraduate business foundation from there that I really felt like I could grow through the MBA courses. I honestly thought that I would retire from Wake Forest University, but a door opened and the AICPA reached out and they asked me if I would be interested in coming into a new position that they were starting, an academic and residence position, and run their academic and student engagement team. Worked there for almost 5 years and another door opened at the American Accounting Association. I went to my first American Accounting Association meeting at the age of 11. Since my father was an accounting academic, he would go. It felt like coming home for me. It's brought back a lot of great memories. I've certainly stayed connected with the accounting program at UNC Charlotte. Your university really does give you so much. It sets the trajectory for your life. And so giving back and being a part of your university as you move forward, I think is very important. And I think it's something that we should all do. Receiving the Belk College of Business Distinguished Alumni Award has been honestly the greatest honor. I was in tears when I was called. I was actually speechless. It truly is the greatest honor I've ever received.
Okay, next up, Ronnie Lilly is a senior in the Belk Scholars Program, obtaining her bachelor's degree in May before she begins her professional science master's degree in data science and business analytics next fall. She is from Salisbury, North Carolina. Ronnie is a student leader serving as an at-large senator and vice chair of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee in UNC Charlotte's Student Government Association. She previously served as a Belk College of Business senator. She is a member of the Business Honors Program as well as Global Business Brigades, Women in Business, and Enactus. In summer of 2021, Ronnie participated in the North Carolina Governor's Page Program in Raleigh. Ronnie says her aspiration is to be a business intelligence analyst or data scientist for a public policy firm, marketing firm, or research institute. Please welcome Ronnie.
Thank you, Sean. This year, we are pleased to have an exceptional graduate as the recipient of our Outstanding Young Alumni Award. The Distinguished Young Alumni Award recognizes an alumnus or alumna who is under 40 years of age, has demonstrated achievement, and shows a promising future in business. The recipient of this year's award is Senator Craven. Senator Craven earned his bachelor's degree in accounting, finance, and political science from UNC Charlotte in 2012. He was appointed to the North Carolina Senate in July 2020, elected to the seat in November 2020. Senator Craven was instrumental this past legislative session in ensuring the funding for UNC Charlotte's Engineering North Carolina's Future was included in the final budget, as well as salary increases for university faculty and staff. In addition to carrying out his duties as the second youngest North Carolina senator, he is second vice president at Fidelity Bank and was appointed to the Economic and Development Partnership of North Carolina by the North Carolina Speaker of the House, Tim Moore. At UNC Charlotte, he was a member of Kappa Sigma fraternity and a devoted 49er. Senator Craven was active in the Student Government Association and serves as the senator for the Belk College of Business and then as the student body president from 2011 to 2012. While serving as president, he was also a member of the UNC Charlotte Board of Trustees and worked diligently to champion the financial plan to build our new state-of-the-art UNC Charlotte Recreational Center for students. One of his nominators espoused, Dave is a tremendous advocate for UNC Charlotte wherever he goes, whether it is with Fortune 100 CEOs that recently located in North Carolina, the Senate chambers, or with fellow alumni. He works every day. He's in Senate chambers to help his alma mater. Please welcome Senator Dave Craven.
Good afternoon, and looking back at the photos there, they're actually pretty good. I'm proud of Wade for not going too crazy on me there with some of the things from the past. But we had an IT information committee meeting on campus a few weeks ago, and that picture, Chairman Jason Sane was there and hosted it here. And folks, looking at that picture, it reminded me, Ronnie, of sitting in that Senate chamber in the Student Senate, and then going on to being student body president here. And it really built where I am today and what I do and the fabric. I look around this room at people who have been so influential, serving on the board of trustees with people like Gene Johnson and Joe Price. I mean, Joe, you were CFO of Bank of America at the time. I mean, it's, to be a 21-year-old student and to get to talk and interact with folks like this was just a lasting experience and impact in my life today. I look around, I want to thank Representative Jason Sane, who has been a strong advocate on the appropriation side for the school, great mentor. Brett Madeline, continuing doing the same thing. My family's here today. I look over what we continue to refer to as the Craven Markham administration, for those of you who know, and Anna Helms was part of it, Jarrett Burr, Kevin Wilkerson, Trey back there, looking at Matt. I mean, we've got the whole group here that really put things together and made a lasting impact on what we did for UNC Charlotte. So we will continue to fight. My good friend, Senator Todd Johnson's here, one of my colleagues, and Ike Belk, who, Ike, your family put a lasting impression on this school. And we appreciate everything they did and everything you continue to add back here. So I want to thank you all for what you do. It's an honor to be here with you today, and we will keep on fighting the good fight for Charlotte. So thank you.
Brian Lopez Villanueva is a junior in the Belk College, majoring in international business and finance. He is a Martin Scholar, receiving a full ride merit scholarship and planning to graduate in May 2024. He is from Smithfield, North Carolina. Brian is a member of the Business Honors Program and serves as the president of the Latinx Student Union, a student organization that aims to unite the Latinx community through serving communities in need. In April, he received the grand prize at the Charlotte Venture Challenge for pitching Operational Education, a program that serves to bridge the gap between Latinx and Hispanic students in higher education. This past summer, he traveled to Florence, Italy, through the college's International Business Summer Program. Upon graduation, Brian plans to work in operational finance for the automotive industry. Please welcome Brian Lopez Villanueva.
It is my true pleasure to introduce our third award recipient today. The Distinguished Alumni Service Award is presented to a member of the Belk College community for outstanding service to the Belk College of Business. Today, we honor alumnus Joe Price with this award. Mr. Price is a partner at Falfurrias Capital Partners. Prior to joining Falfurrias Capital, he served as senior executive roles at Bank of America, including President of Consumer and Small Business Banking, Chief Financial Officer, and Global Corporate and Investment Banking Risk Management Executive. Prior to Bank of America, Mr. Price was with Price Waterhouse. Mr. Price is a past chair of the Board of Directors for the Habitat of Humanity's worldwide operations, and he has shared his time, expertise, strategic vision with the university as a former chair of the UNC Charlotte Board of Trustees and a member of the Exponential Capital Campaign Committee. He is also an emeritus member of the Board of Advisors for the Belk College of Business, as well as a former member of the Accounting Advisory Board. He has championed the UNC Charlotte Habitat for Humanity student organization, as well as the Charlotte 49er Athletics. In 2010, he was named to the UNC Charlotte Alumni Hall of Fame in recognition for his exceptional commitment to the university and the community by giving generously of his time, energy, and leadership. Fittingly, he recently connected the Belk College with Training the Street, a consultancy that provided a financial modeling workshop for over 80 business students. In May, Mr. Price was awarded an honorary Doctor of Public Service degree in recognition for his service to UNC Charlotte, the citizens of the city, region, and state during Charlotte's spring commencement ceremony. In one of his letters of support, his nominator stated, "Joe Price is a great friend of the university and the community, and a tremendous alumni leader of which the Belk College can be proud. His devotion to UNC Charlotte and the Belk College is deeply ingrained and evidenced through countless hours of board leadership, student mentorship, and philanthropic support. Please join me in recognizing Mr. Joe Price."
Thanks, Brian. And thank you, Dean. Thank you to the association and to the business school. And importantly, thank you to my wife, who in our household, everything's a team effort. So, I was thinking about this award, and I thought for a minute, just reflecting back over time, and maybe just take a second and think of yourself, of your journey in life and in your professional career. And if you think about today's environment, all the remote working, all the people that are freelancers or contractors that don't work for employers or for an organization anymore, people that are so comfortable getting behind a screen and don't have a lot of personal interaction other than through video and all. It really, if you think about that, it really seems to diminish the camaraderie and the learning opportunities that we all have when we get together and are part of something. You also think about folks now that jump job to job to their competitor, which we would have never done, being a NCMB person and my wife being a First Union person, used to create interesting things. But I just think about those things in today's world, and that's kind of a long way of saying that's not me. What this university has done for us, again, it's a family type of thing, is very much appreciated. And my success, like Dave said and others, is rooted in what we learned here as well as other places, but a lot of what we learned right here. So thank you to you guys. Thank you to the broader university for that. Hope you get the same experience as being part of something and being part of an organization and give back to it over time, because it's a very fulfilling thing, and it's much appreciated, so thanks.
Lastly, Connie Henderson is completing the Master of Science in Real Estate program in the Belk College of Business and has worked for Bank of America since 2014. She is currently Vice President, Underwriter in Commercial Real Estate Banking and Community Development Banking. Connie co-chairs the communication work stream at Bank of America focused on communicating diversity and inclusion efforts and events to all commercial banking associates. In her spare time, she serves as the head coach of the Mecklenburg Marlins Special Olympics swim team, as well as volunteers with the International House Citizenship Tutoring Program. After completing the MSRE program, Connie intends to stay in the affordable housing sector as she is passionate about creating housing solutions for Charlotteans. Please welcome Connie Henderson.
Thank you so much, Sean. As mentioned, my name is Connie Henderson, and I'm a current MSRE student within the Childress Klein Center for Real Estate. I can say with absolute certainty that I am only here today because of Fred Klein. Now, I know what you may be thinking. He's the namesake and founder of your program. Of course you're here because of Fred. But that's actually not what I'm referring to. You see, when I first began at Bank of America, I was fortunate enough to work for a mentor who was extremely passionate about real estate. It was this mentor and the work that we did together that encouraged me to change career paths and ultimately seek the education and experiential learning that was only available through UNC Charlotte's Masters in Real Estate program. Unbeknownst to me, the same mentor had the privilege and honor of working with Fred formatively in her career, who also inspired her passion in real estate. Suffice it to say, Fred has been impacting my life far before we were formally introduced. Fred's dedication and passion to our city has not only shaped our skyline, but it has also helped forge the next generation of real estate professionals. Because as I've learned through this program, a passion for real estate doesn't come from buildings or site plans. It is a contagious enthusiasm that is shared from person to person. With that, it is my honor to present our final award today. The Belk College Honorary Alumni Award recognizes outstanding individuals who, while not graduates of the Belk College of Business, have made significant contributions to its leadership, vision, and educational mission. That certainly describes this year's recipient, Mr. Fred Klein. Fred Klein is founding partner of Childress Klein, one of Charlotte's largest and most respected private real estate firms, widely known for developing, owning, and managing many of Charlotte's most prominent landmarks. A former lieutenant in the U.S. Navy, he earned an MBA from the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania and a degree in engineering from Lehigh University. Mr. Klein is an active leader and ambassador for UNC Charlotte. He serves on the UNC Charlotte Board of Trustees and was a member of the Exponential Capital Campaign Executive Committee as well as the Foundation Board. He was a key advisor in bringing this very hotel and conference center to campus, further elevating the university's status as a premier research university. Mr. Klein was a founding member of the Childress Klein Center for Real Estate and has been an ardent supporter of the center. Fred and Dawn Childress named the Childress Klein Center for Real Estate with a generous gift to the university, and he subsequently named a distinguished professorship in real estate and urban economics, a fund for professional training for MSRE students, a faculty fellowship fund, and a fund for research grants. Most recently, Mr. Klein has given his time, talent, and treasure to assist Dean Troyer in launching and leading fundraising efforts to establish the Stephen Ott Distinguished Professorship. One of Mr. Klein's numerous nominators confirms his drive and commitment to the center, the Belk College, and the university are impressive and unmatched by others. Fred is an influential figure and catalyst to growing all aspects of the university and positioning the school for continued long-term success. Fred challenges us to think critically, and in my mind, has been a key person to shape the university's strategic vision. It is my honor to welcome our 2022 Honorary Alumnus Award recipient, Mr. Fred Klein.
Thank you. Connie didn't mention that her mentor, a former employee, I was talking to her earlier, she was actually the babysitter for my adult children here, so you can tell how far back that goes. Joni, I'm going to consider this Distinguished Alumni Award a sort of a degree. And I was thinking this morning, you know, I worked hard to get my engineering degree, worked hard to get an MBA, but I don't think I've ever worked any harder in my life to get this degree, or ever had a degree that cost me any more. Seriously, I think back about my engagement with the university, and it really started, I think, in probably the mid to late 80s. I was on the foundation board. I'm kind of slow to kind of realize the importance of things, and I don't think I really realized why I was on the board or what the importance of the university was. And then it was late 90s, and our company had a long relationship with TIAA CREF, which is the largest manager of pension funds for universities. And TIAA was looking for a Southern Regional headquarters, and it came down to a choice between Charlotte and Tampa. And I'll never forget that I had a close relationship with it, so I was involved in trying to get it to come to Charlotte. But really, what really made the difference in that decision was the work of Jim Woodward, the chancellor at the university, and Cliff Cameron, who I think at the time probably had retired from First Union. And the two of them, with me tagging along, were successful in getting TIAA to locate their Southern Regional Service Center here, which is now their largest employment center in Charlotte, right across the interstate from here. And the whole reason for that was UNC Charlotte. They would not be here but for UNC Charlotte. And all of a sudden, boy, the light bulb came on. And I thought, wow, this university is really important to the success of our region. And selfishly, it's really important to me and my business. So I made the decision to, really try to become involved in the university and help it in any way that I possibly could. I think the second thing that I was slow to realize was, I'll never forget, there was a picture up here of myself, this is probably back in 2000, it was me, Steve Ott, John Carlson was there, and Steve Ott had just come to town. Connie Ott, his wife, widow, is here joining us, I'm happy to say. Steve got me involved in the real estate program. And early on, I'm thinking, what is this real estate program? Gosh, they got 4 or 5 students. Steve's leading it, but he'll never amount to anything. But I sort of stayed involved, and over time we were able to raise some money for it. And we had Steve as a John Carlson professor, and then we got a second distinguished professorship. And one thing led to another, and now we have 45 students in the program, and 3 distinguished professorships, and a $15 million endowment, and have a real program there. So I'm happy to be involved with that also. Anyway, thank you for this recognition. It's not deserved, but happy to accept the award. Thank you.
And thank you, Sean Newton, and thanks to all of you for joining us today to celebrate with them. A quick note, the 2023, so next year's Belk College Alumni Awards call for nominations will come out shortly. So if you know somebody who's deserving, please submit a nomination to us. So we'll have our award recipients stay for a quick photo after today's event. Thank you again for attending the 2022 Belk College Alumni Awards celebration, and happy Niner Nation Week.